What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you one of the best running schemes in Madden 19. I'm going to show you a nice formation, nice little mini scheme you can use to really keep your opponents on their heels. Now, you might remember I talked about this formation recently on the channel when I was talking about how to cancel the auto motions in run plays. It is the single back bunch ace, specifically out of the Patriots playbook, because the Patriots playbook is the only playbook that has the halfback wham out of the single back bunch ace. And you may remember I was showing you in the video how to cancel the auto motion, and the real great thing about this is that you can run different plays out of this formation and people don't know which play you're running. When they see the auto motion, it's a dead giveaway that you're running the halfback wham. So what I would like to do out of this formation is, what you want to do is you want to go into your audibles by pressing the left trigger or the L2 button. You can take the inside zone out because we have the halfback wham, and we can put the quick pitch as an audible. And then of course, whatever passing plays you want. There's a lot of good passing plays in here. The PA boot slide, the PA waggle, tight end angle, 4 verticals, just like the shotgun version. So you got a lot of different stuff, but you come out in the halfback wham, and the great thing about this is you can just read the defense. So if you see that the outside is kind of, there's a lot of guys on the outside, then you run the wham. If there was like a lot of guys to the inside, like if it was like a look like this or something where like there's more people kind of in the box and the outside looks open, then you just audible to the quick pitch. So you have your inside run, you have your outside run, and that's what's really good about this. Now it's just very poor stick by me, because we probably could have had a touchdown there if I had better stick, but that's just me. So the great thing about this, see again, the outside's open, so we would just kind of audible to the pitch here and try to take this around the outside and pick up solid yardage, try to get 5-6 yards. But when the box is open, see, like right here the box looks kind of weak, we would run the wham. Now, to cancel the auto motion, if you didn't see that video, what you want to do is get over, highlight the guy that is supposed to motion, which is Gronkowski here, and you just want to hold the left stick to the left. You hold the left stick to the left the entire time, and you snap the ball, and you see he does not auto motion, and then now we have our inside run. And like I said, the beauty of this is they don't know if we're running the wham, the pitch, or if we're passing the ball, because if we were to leave the auto motion, you see that the little motion he does in, and the run play is still good with or without the motion, but the motion is a dead giveaway. A good player sees that and immediately is going to try to shoot the gap. But if we go on our guy and we hold the left stick to the left while we're snapping the ball, there is no auto motion, and then it just helps us kind of be able to just take apart our opponent, because they don't really know what we're going to do. See here, now the outside looks kind of open, so we would audible to the quick pitch and try to get outside. Now, we got blown up there, but we're, the outside was open. That was the right move in that situation. But sometimes you're going to get blown up. Sometimes guys are going to miss blocks, but you're trying to cat and mouse them here. And of course, you want to mix in passing plays as well to try to keep them, honest, keep them on their toes. So we'll go to 4 verticals. We can mix that in. We don't have to necessarily motion this guy out, and I tried to pass it to the running back there, but practice mode is just, it's extremely hard to get anything off in practice mode, because nobody blocks in practice mode. But you're trying to basically, like I said, cat and mouse them. So if the inside's open, you run inside. Here, this is goal line. No one really run this on you in game, but just for purposes of the video, the outside's open, so we take the pitch to the outside. My run stick is really bad, so if you have decent run stick, this is going to work way better for you than it does for me. But my run stick is just absolutely horrible, especially on these outside runs. But you see, you can easily pick up those 5 yards to the outside, and then if they're not respecting the middle, you go up the middle and you beat them that way as well. And the great thing about this is technically a passing formation, so people are going to come out in pass defenses a lot of times when they see the personnel, but you have 2 really good runs at your disposal. Now, you got plays like the counter waggle that do a really good job at just busting zone coverage. So like the counter waggle, you can go ahead and streak the tight end. You could put X on like an in route over the middle, but I would block the running back, just because play action sometimes gets you sacked a little too easy in this year's game. And then you try to bust the coverage on the corner route on the outside. You have so much big play ability with this formation. Now, again, what's also great about this is this does a really good job at destroying the popular defenses. Now, I don't actually have a playbook that has the popular like dollar or nickel 3-5, but we'll just go to like 3-5 wide, just to kind of give you an example, I guess you could say. This run scheme works very well against people that want to run the meta, that want to run 3-5 and want to run dollar. Those 3-down linemen, you'll typically be able to eat them up all game long with the wham. All game long. 3-down line sets are going to do very bad out of nickel and dollar, are going to do very bad against this formation. So you can literally, if they just want to sit in, you know, America's defense all game long and try to loop blitz you, you can literally run this wham down their throat every single play. And it's very hard to shoot the gaps on a wham play. It's not like an inside zone. It's a lot harder to shoot the gaps and hit it in the backfield. And as you can see, anytime someone's trying to attack this offense or this play with that type of a you know, front, I mean, you can see it's literally Swiss cheese every single time. It's huge runs. Especially after the patch, these formations do not do a good job at stopping these type of run plays, the wham. And then if they're, like I said, if they're running these type of defenses and they start, you know, stacking the box and trying to bring everybody in, you know, to stop the wham because they just see that that's all you want to do, that's when you audible to the quick pitch and you just keep playing cat and mouse with them, and they have to just decide, how do I stop the outside, how do I stop the inside, while also not giving up the passing threats that you have on this play. You have so many different pass plays you can hit them with. You know, like I said, you got 4 verticals. I mean, you can literally just hit them with anything with this type of formation. So, to me, one of the better formations in the game. I do use the Patriots playbook. If people are trying to run 3-5 odd and dollar on me, I will usually go to this formation a good bit and just, like I said, beat them up with the wham and the pitch until they get out of it. If not that, though, I'll just, you know, I'll still run some of my other formations because I can still block it, you know, decently out of some of the other things like gun bunch and whatnot. But a lot of people aren't good at stopping the run, especially after the patch, because it is really easy to run the ball now. And especially if they're trying to use the meta defense that sucks at stopping this run. Especially, like I said, the wham. I mean, the pitch is good too, but the wham especially is like you can see, it's just impossible to stop out of these type of looks. I'll hit them with it all day if they don't want to get out of it, and that's on them because they're trying to run the wrong defense to stop the run, and that, like I said, that's on them. And when they start stacking the box, you go outside, and when they start, you know, maybe trying to commit too much to the run, you pull out one of, you know, the many different pass plays you have, and you beat them up that way. So definitely one of the best formations in the game, one of the best run schemes in the game. It's only in the Patriots playbook because they're the only playbook that has the halfback wham out of the single back bunch ace, so I definitely recommend using that. One other little quick thing to kind of note with this formation is, where is it at? The tight end angle play is another pretty useful play out of this formation that you can use against, you know, typical defenses that you'll see. You have the 2 deep out routes, which is really good, especially where X is lined up. Since he's lined up more on the inside, you know, this can really be helpful, especially like if you want to go throw your running back on a swing route. You don't have to do that, but it's just a little bit extra if they're not blitzing you. And like a lot of times, because of where this route lines up, and of course the cornerback made a ridiculous play there, but because of where this route lines up, a lot of times it's hard to defend it, especially like if you low pass it, it's really hard to defend this route. So just another play you want to mix in. Plus, like I said, you have you have like the angle route here to Gronkowski. The angle routes are pretty good this year. I would say better than they were last year. But just having those deep out routes can really be a pain for your opponent to have to stop. And if they, you know, play back on the out route, you can dump down quick to the flats and just beat them up that way. I mean, there's a lot you can do with this formation. One of the more slept on formations in the game, but never underestimate again how great the run is out of this, because it is a pass set, but the run is very good. Another thing, if you play mutt, another thing I want to touch on with this formation, more so for the wham and the pitch, if you play mutt, this spot where Gronkowski is, you might want to consider putting like a fullback here, because you're gonna, when you use this formation, you're gonna run it a little bit more than you're gonna pass it. So you might want to consider putting a fullback here, like a Lorenzo Neal type player, and lead the block or lead the weight chemistry on him, because what that's going to do is, if that's going to, on the wham, he's going to absolutely bulldoze people when he motions over. And then when you run the pitch, that guy is a pulling guy as well, so he's going to get out there, and that's a terrible block, but he's going to get out there, and the first guy he sees, he's going to pretty much stalemate because he has to lead the way on him. Now, I don't think there's any tight ends that you can get that on. You have to put a fullback in this spot, and I think Lorenzo Neal's probably one of the few that you can put that chemistry on. So you see how Gronkowski's shooting out there. If that's Lorenzo Neal with the lead the way Kim, the first guy that he makes contact with, he's not letting him off the block. And again, when he shoots to the middle on the wham block, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to take the guy out when he motions over, like so. And you can only get that for, you know, those of you that play MUT, but it's definitely a very useful thing to use in this formation. It's like a little added bonus. So definitely wanted to make sure to mention that. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, as always, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.